Time for my favorite subject, the internal workings of media, with the news being that Brett Cooper has left the Daily Wire following days of speculation. And the first thing I'm going to tell you guys is stop believing the rumors.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
it's the most miserable thing in the world working at a media company when you try to be polite and deal with legal issues that you know you should not speak on for legal reasons, and then everybody's lying about everything. That is, with all these rumors flying around about what really happened between the Daily Wire and Brett Cooper, which I imagine is probably standard business, not that crazy nor interesting, the Daily Wire nor Brett Cooper are going to come out and disparage each other, not because of contracts and restrictions, but because there's no reason to do so, and they're probably not really that upset about it.
Probably. I'm going to go off on this one. Tim, don't do this. This is Tim Pool, obviously on Timcast, responding to the news we got that Brett Cooper has departed the Daily Wire. Why do I care? I have been a fan of Brett Cooper for years now. I probably going back 2 years. You can go back on this channel, and it might sound weird because I'm a 46-year-old, gray-haired black dude, and she's a young, more Gen Z-ish type. But I really love her set. I love her. She has great personality. Her takes are good. They softened her to stay on the Daily Wire, but I've always been a fan. Wish her nothing but the best. Never had any beef with her. Disagree with her, of course, on certain topics, but here's Tim coming in. He doesn't know anything, or he's not saying anything definitive. Probably, I think, what most likely, Tim is doing his Superman cape because the Daily Wire is paving the way for a larger relationship with Timcast and Tim Pool. Why do you think Cassandra McDonald's not there anymore? I'm a big fan, supporter. I'm not going to speak on for her or anything like that. But it's kind of funny, or it's kind of a big coincidence that one of the largest anti-Israel influencer out there, if you could call her that, was on Tim Pool's show, and then now she's not, and his relationship with the Daily Wire is even cozier. He did an election night, not on his own channel. I mean, they both streamed it, but he was there with the Daily Wire. They're like his family, his uncle. Here's Tim Pool, Brett Cooper. He's going to put on the cape, the blue and white cape for Ben Shapiro's country. Let's take it. Let's find out what happens here.
So, right now, we've had some rumors over the past week that Brett Cooper's upset. She's fighting with the Daily Wire. She's being stabbed in the back by her producer. I don't believe any of this, and maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to tell you this from my perspective. For those who don't know, Brett Cooper is one of the biggest shows that the Daily Wire has. I'm sorry, it's the comment section with Brett Cooper, which will likely be changing now that Brett Cooper announced last night that she, in fact, was leaving the Daily Wire. My assumption is that her contract ended and renegotiations didn't go so well, but there's a lot of reasons why they probably would not have.
Your assumption.
And so I'll break that all down for you.
Okay.
But I'm really excited to talk to you about the internal workings of podcasting. This is the least transparent industry in media. Sorry, that's just true. We know the ratings of CNN. When they're floundering and miserable, we mock them. But the podcast industry doesn't disclose their numbers. I have no problem saying that Timcast IRL on the audio podcast side gets about 100,000 unique listeners per night within about 12 hours, 12 to 24 hours. Sometimes a little lower.
No
Sometimes
denying
hit 100K after a few days, but it's a topical news show. I wish the numbers were bigger. They are what they are. Most podcasts don't tell you what their numbers are, don't want anyone to know, because they want that gravitas and mystique, despite the fact they're going to sell ads against what their actual viewership is. So whatever. But let's start with the story from the Spectator. Then I'll show you some of the rumors and speculation, and then I'm going to tell you what I actually think happened. Not that I know anything specifically. I don't. But I'll give you my thoughts on...
Why is your energy so strong for not knowing anything, Tim? Timcast, breaking news. I know, or I'm going... He knows more than we know. I'm only going to say as much as you already know about this story. And I'm going to make it sound like all the rumors are fake.
What's really going down? And I'm gonna explain to you the inner workings of how we do media, how I've done media that I've worked in the past, how the contracts have gone. Here we go from the Spectator. They say Brett Cooper is leaving. They say, hey guys, some of you have heard the rumors online. The rumors are mostly true. Brett Cooper began her YouTube video posted Tuesday evening very tactfully. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section.
I love how the article starts out with the rumors. His whole segment up to 3 minutes, Tim Pool on Timcast on Brett Cooper. For 3 minutes, it's the rumors are not true. They're false, likely all fake. The first word of the Spectator, hey guys, the rumors online, they're mostly true. From Brett Cooper herself.
And working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I'm being forced out. It was my own choice to leave. And there's people saying she's lying. She has to say that. Oh, stop, dude. No. That is wrong. If Brett Cooper is saying she's not being forced out, it's her choice to leave, that is true.
If contract negotiations are up with Tim Pool is talking about Brett Cooper here. If Brett Cooper goes to Ben Shapiro or Netanyahu, whoever they have to go to at that organization, and the contract's up and they say, Brett, we're going to offer you $50K. It's her choice not to go, but she was forced out. I'm not saying that's not what happened. I'm not even alleged on it. I'm just saying there's many ways that this could have played out, and Tim Pool knows that as much as anybody.
Now, I do think when you see all of the Daily Wire talent posts saying it's sad to see you go, I'm willing to bet that Daily Wire's team said, hey, guys, can you put out a message saying, we're sad to see her go? It's not that complicated. It's a company with media talent, and they coordinate PR messaging. I'm not really surprised by that. Well, let's read more. Cooper had frequently been dubbed the female Ben Shapiro during her tenure as the Daily Wire's other podcast, as one of the other hosts.
Only because she looks like him. Her show is nothing like his.
She was also set to star in the Wire's production of Snow White and the Evil Queen, out next year for some reason. What?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Because I wanted to see her do the movie stuff, and she was, obviously emotional when she left. It would have been dope if she would have at least been able to finish the movie. Maybe she did. I don't know. But that does kind of suck.
The next video announcing her exit has garnered over 5 million views on X since the 12 hours of publication. So some people have said, so she's not going to be in Snow White? That makes no sense. I assume they finished filming. Why wouldn't they? And Jeremy also mentioned she is starring in the Pendragon cycle, which is Arthurian legend, and it's basically their Game of Thrones. So she's still going to be seen in all that content.
Oh, did they already finish filming all that stuff then? I didn't even know about their Game of Thrones one. I'm interested. I mean, I want to like the Daily Wire. It's tough hating them.
Whatever. They go to say, what are the rumors? Cockburn, of course, has been keeping up with all the Wire drama. Online whispers implicate the other non-Ben Shapiro co-founder, Jeremy Boring, often referred to as the God King. Hey, guys, that's little g. They put a big G. Okay. Of the Daily Wire. A number of rumors center on spats between prolific movie producer Boring. He cast himself as a lead in Lady Ballers. Oh, come on. It's the only thing he did. Which he also produced, directed, and Cooper.
Not gonna lie, Lady Ballers was dope.
I will say this of Jeremy. He's a good dude. I've known him for a long time. And he could be doing a lot more. That's why I'm sorry. Maybe I run a media company, so I can relate to when people are spreading lies about you. And because you're trying to do the right thing, you don't talk about it. So what can I say? Again, I haven't talked to Jeremy or anybody at the Daily Wire about any of the specifics relating to this, so I have no idea. I'll just give you my thoughts. They say after Cooper gives some grateful farewells at the beginning of her video, she segues to a clip of the God King himself. Bittersweet indeed. We're sad to see Brett go, but we're excited to see her take up the next step in her journey. It's been a pleasure to see her bring the comment section to life these last 3 years. Brett's YouTube show, The Comment Section with Brett Cooper, has garnered about half the YouTube subscribers that Ben Shapiro has accrued in just 3 years, a remarkable feat compared to Shapiro's many years in the business. Amid all the rumors, Reagan Rohrbach, Brett's producer, had been filling in for Brett periodically, and Brett announced Rohrbach would take over the show as many predicted. Online sleuths noted that Cooper had deleted all photos featuring her with her producer from her Instagram in the week leading up to Cooper's announcement. Cockburn would like to host a quick comment section of his own. Okay, sure, whatever. Fortunately for the Daily Wire, they can apparently afford to lose a few of the Gen Z viewers. Cooper, they can apparently. Daily Wire raised an undisclosed round of...
Wait. They said, what about they cannot. So let's see. I don't see where he's reading here. Fortunately for the Daily Wire, they can apparently... No, they can't. Afford to lose a few of the Gen Z viewers Cooper garnered? Why? How? Oh, no, they have money, don't get me wrong, but... If you want to stay diversified, They can't. Here's what I'll say. Daily Wire, Jeremy Boring, Ben Shapiro can't replace what Brett Cooper brought to the table with the younger Gen Z-ish. She might be a little bit old for Gen Z even, right? I don't know how old she is. Let me look that up real quick. But I obviously Gen Z-ish type audience. Young Nick was joking the other live saying, hey, Brett, you can come and join me. It was a joke, but it was true. If Brett Cooper, she's not going to, wanted to join young Nick, she would. And part of this, people wonder things might have started falling apart when Brett Cooper's name came out of Nick's mouth. So I don't blame you. If my name comes out of somebody else's mouth, I'm going to respond, and another nigga going to tell me I can't respond. But what we speculated is, from the beginning, from the jump, that there's a non-engagement with young Nick policy at the Daily Wire. Is it in writing? I probably doubt it. Does your wife have to tell you, don't call her fat? No, you know what you can do, what you can't do. She did a little reply, because this is all over the wife jack stuff. And when that happened, we were like, whoa, you can't reply to Nick. Matt can't reply to Nick. Michael Knowles can't reply to Nick. Jeremy can because he's boss. Ben can, but he doesn't. But he says his name because he's boss. The other ones can't really say his name too much. Matt Walsh did side with Nick over that vegan, the fat old vegan that came up to Nick's doorstep, and he had to use that Juby gone shh to get her off his doorstep. And Matt supported Nick there, so credit to Matt there. He didn't support Nick's his takes, but him as a public figure getting kind of harassed at home. So I think that played a role in her ouster. And no, they can't afford to lose. If you lose an audience that you can't replace, the business is trying to grow. Businesses don't ever stop trying to grow. So I don't know what the Spectator is, but that's a stupid line.
Capital in 2023 at a valuation well north of $1 billion, a source told Axios Tuesday.
Damn.
Conveniently, shortly before the Cooper announcement, the Daily Wire is reportedly on track to surpass $200 million in revenue by the end of this year. Wow. The company's streaming service has well over 1 million subscribers. Boring and Shapiro have long been described as shrewd businessmen, and the numbers are supporting that fact. But it's
so look at how Tim is well off, and that's great. Tim, do your thing. But he looks at other people and is like, wow, look at all that money. It never stops. The Daily Wire will look at whoever else. Wow, look at all this money. It never ends.
Cooper said the rumors are mostly true, whatever that means. It means she's leaving. Part of the rumor people were saying is that the Daily Wire's in financial trouble. Oh, man.
No,
Guys,
I don't believe that.
I work in the media industry. I look at Ben Shapiro alone can probably sustain the entirety of the Daily Wire.
Yeah, I agree.
This is what people don't get, and it's frustrating. I do to tell you guys the numbers, and I know you guys watch me and you appreciate that. But I'm saying for like everybody else who doesn't watch my show, they live in a clueless world that don't understand the exorbitant amount of money that comes into this industry.
There's a lot of money in the podcasting and YouTube once you get to their level. Even before, like as long as you're consistent, you can make some money. I mean, you have to be consistent. Don't talk about the New Jersey-sized country that Ben Shapiro loves. Don't do stupid things like, I don't know, exercise your First Amendment rights. As long as you don't do dumb stuff like that, then you can make some money being consistent online.
And the margins are great, but we'll get in. Let me read more. They say she's wearing a sweater, blah, blah, blah. As an actor, it's so freeing because I don't feel like I'm censoring myself at all, Cooper said in an article last year on the Daily Wire, addressing her role as Snow White. That aged well.
I'm going to break this up into a three-parter. This is the end of the first part. This is actually after show Carnage featured on the Middle MAGA channel. The first time I've done an official one. The official channel where I'm doing these reactions is called After Show Carnage. But I am going to, I've been trying to figure out my identity for quite some time, and some of these videos got more views than others. I'm like, I don't know if I really like the lame React videos or not, but I kind of like them right now. So I did a whole channel just on React videos, so I feel better. I'm like, that's what the channel is. So you're going to get a lame React video. Let's make it fun. And I listened to all these stuff anyway, so why not loop the clip or whatever and try to do something with it? But here, what I'm going to do is bring more on the Middle MAGA. When I do after show carnage on Middle MAGA, what I'm going to do is stuff like this. Like, I wanted to talk about the Brett Cooper, but if I talk about the Brett Cooper, YouTube says, you're a bro in your basement, don't nobody care. True. If I talk about Tim Pool talking about Brett Cooper, YouTube's like, I care a little bit more. So, and Tim's nice enough not to copyright on it. I appreciate that, and everybody else who lets the Clippers, and it helps them as well. Hey, I'm trying to get my grift on. If an internet hoe can spread her legs for 100 niggas, I can at least do a reaction. If she's going to be dedicated to the grift, to go through 69, 70, 71. Oh, I gotta let nigga 99 run through me now. Could you imagine being the 99th nigga? Mr. Irrelevant? Could you imagine? The last one, you kind of get the last hurrah. If you don't know, there's this random internet thought who is just spread your legs for 100 niggas. Yeah, that's the world we live in. She's on nigga number 80. Hit the comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as she's spreading her legs for nigga 85. Could you imagine being nigga 99? Like, I would want to be either 1 or 100. Like, if you're number 26, is that good? I want to be either number 1 of 100 or 100. I might even actually want to be the caboose. I'm married. I'm just saying, like, if I was hypothetically in that world where I was just a degenerate buffoon. Let me know what you think. I'm going to break this up into 3 spots. I'm a big Brett Cooper fan. I wish her the best. Comment. Let me know what you think.